me dig out my notes.
Notes?
Because let me just dig out my notes and then broadcast myself saying digging out my notes on stream because I forgot to mute Twitch. Anyhow. Because, yes, as I recall, there was like some weird combination I had to input to do color dungeon-y stuff. Seems like a reasonable way to start the stream. Anyway, hey all, this is JDA64 with more of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. Still have not yet had the elusive Deathless stream. And with me is Dark somewhere.
Yeah. Dark Mario 1000. As almost usual.
I don't know if this is even actually faster. It might just be faster to walk. I always forget how the subtleties of the map work. Here's the problem with playing games blind on a weekly cadence. Right, so we were to look for a group of 5 graves. This looks like would be it. And then push them in a particular set of directions. That is not that one. Up, then left. No, right, then up. Okay, make this nice little square shape. And then push this one. That makes some degree of sense. Oh, guess I'm not getting those 5 rupees. We got Zelda 1 music. The color guard.
Color dungeon. Ah, what a...
Apparently I missed a place earlier in the game where I could have increased my magic capacity in the woods. But at least I got the max of 40 now.
Yeah.
Also, I just got around to watching some of Vinny's streams, and he pointed out that this pot-breaking sound effect is like a stock sound effect, and yeah, you can basically find the exact one on YouTube. Which is kind of funny. This is some good music in here.
Huh. You even have the little owl beak that you could put in there, I guess. If you get an owl beak later, but what's the point of that?
There we go. Can I blow this up? Ah, dang it. Yeah, looks like it. I assume I get to choose either an attacking or a defending based tunic, and given that I haven't really been that low on health through most of the game, I probably want the double attack. Hello. Is this Chris Houlihan's room?
Seems like rupee lights should be surrounding here, but I guess not.
Okay, so I still don't know what this is about. I guess we'll have to find a beak and figure that out later. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, seems like it.
Here we have the Bane of Pac-Maids. Every single one of these is a trampoline.
Oh.
Or alternatively, that one minigame from Mario Party 7.
shoutouts.
Countdown Bound was like the best, or Final Countdown rather. That was like the best minigame. Interesting. Oh. Oops, I am very bad at leading things in a direction. Oh, that's not a place I want that. Please get out of there. Here we...
No, you could have lifted it, apparently.
That would have made more sense. Here we see gameplay of me trying to play that Creature of the Well demo they had at PAX. If only I knew where one of those were. Every tile square. Well, I've done the opposite of that. That's gotta be worth something, right?
I like how that just basically meant use the blue color instead of the red color.
At least they made the color dungeon colorblind friendly. That didn't actually give me a key. I only just realized that. Okay, you can't hit these with non-magic powder, so I don't know where this magic powder comes into play. It's not with these guys. Well, that was smooth. I should have picked that up after breaking all the pots.
Yeah.
Oh, that was definitely worth my time. We can see the whole map here, can't we? Nope, just where the chests are. We've just looped around at this point. Let's check what's in that upper path before we head forward.
Seems so casual how they just put in this dungeon. I almost, you know, had to realize, yeah, you are in a new dungeon. And quickly in the beginning of the stream.
Oh boy. Well, that was considerably simpler than I would have expected, but I guess that does make sense.
I like how you can actually make use of the beak a little bit more often now, having gotten it early.
Well, we gotta make a call. I guess we'll go up to the right here.
You have 2 small keys. Well, 1 now. Your pitiful sword is no match for me. Magic powder, just use a sword.
Oh. He wasn't kidding.
Yes, thank you for telling us to try something else. You already tried something else and it works.
Oh, right. Never mind, yeah, I was doing damage to him. I just happened to accidentally hit him a little bit too late.
Yeah.
Okay, that's bad timing. Yeah, health isn't a problem. Maybe I should have gotten some...
It's not a problem if you're just gonna game over. That's using your
Maybe
brain.
I should have gotten some fairies before, just casually. Oh, I did have some. Never mind. Why was that one just actively trying to get away from me? Well, nothing in here I can do.
GG's.
I bet you I fight a red version of that guy that does double the damage, but dies real fast.
You couldn't do anything like push the blocks?
Oh. You know, I forget that those are a thing sometimes.
Try again. If my latency were a little bit quicker than 3 seconds. 3 seconds is not so bad though.
Yeah, I thought there was another entrance to the room. I need to learn to check my corners, apparently.
Ah, JD Acer. Good thing you have a second set of eyes.
We have the final boss key, and we don't even have the full map yet.
Don't even have the dungeon's weapon. What's going on?
Maybe there is no dungeon's weapon for a change. Because thus far, I've not seen any non-solvable puzzles. I wonder if...
Then again...
I wonder if that one, like, room with the rupees was a lot harder to see in the other version, of, like, the original version of the game.
Oh, you've got multiple mini-bosses in this dungeon.
I actually look and see whether that did damage. It did definitely do damage. Wow. Very small activation increases. What? Come on, guy. What now? Oh, wow. That almost got bad real fast.
Yeah? But you did it. GG's. Might be one of those
dungeons. I really
dungeons
don't know what all these spikes were meant
to
do, other than just, well, that, I guess. I didn't even know you could walk over them.
Maybe push him into it? I don't know. You still were able to complete the fight, just as... Did that just happen?
How exactly does this work? Was that thing not enough weight? Oh gosh. I'm like 8/9 of the way there. It's like that puzzle from that minigame from Mario 64 DS. Well, I've reversed the colors again.
I'm thinking of something else. Not... Oh, first I'm thinking of Sonic, but then I'm thinking of... Dang, I don't remember the game.
Hit each color once?
Not Super Paper Mario, please.
Uh-oh. We have yet another boss fight impending. These guys seem very heart-happy.
Yeah, it might be one of those dungeons where you get the weapon last, actually. Because I remember in Minish Cap and heck, even Wind Waker had those dungeons.
I mean, if the weapon is just like the colored tunics, then it would make sense that that's last. Actually, I never got a key, so I must have missed something here.
Yeah, you do have a key. The wrong key.
Did I just miss a door I could go into 2 rooms back? Okay, I didn't miss it. I just chose a path. Whoops.
You just...
Wrong button.
Yeah.
almost a little too late. Oh boy.
A little late for the map, but okay.
Good toss.
Ugh.
A little too good a toss. Come on, Link. Just trying to get it off the wall. Oh, sure. Put it just off center.
Oh, progression.
That last one must have had all the hearts in it. Presumably that would have mattered if this were earlier in the dungeon. or if I'd played this earlier in the game, rather.
Yeah.
This guy looks weak to bombs, but only sometimes. Like electron orbitals or something. This got a lot less tractable real fast.
I liked your going for the boomerang, but yeah, the bomb had to clear out multiple.
Maybe these guys stop spawning at this point. Problem is, if you miss the boomerang, it's just kind of gone for a long time. Funny thing is, I never actually tried the sword on him, so for all I know, that could have been a lot easier.
All I know is you did it, and that isn't the true boss? Question mark?
True boss is this fairy. There are just so many fairies in this one. Yeah, let's go with the powerful red mail. When has that ever gone wrong?
The power of color.
Wow.
Okay, so
that
how
hit
to
harder, that's for sure. Does this also increase my knockback? Because it certainly seems like it does.
Gonna say yes. Just telling your enemies to get back, and how do you change if you want to change? Just go through all of that again?
I suppose I could have checked.
Presumably not.
Yeah, for science, let's just see. I mean, you could probably just go to the end. I got a warp right at the end. What would it do if not?
Oh yeah, you do have a warp, so never mind. Way to go, completing this dungeon. You can get a second one.
I guess you can choose green again as well if you'd prefer to not have crazy knockback or damage resistance for some reason. Before,
Maybe you just like greed.
before this is only a knockback upgrade.
The easiest test is just test it on the enemies where you had to hit them twice anyway to defeat them.
Plenty of those, like these guys. Oh, yep, definitely double damage. Wow. This is gonna play very differently. I'm just gonna meander vaguely in the direction of Dungeon 6. This is not in the direction of Dungeon 6. I'm not sure what is, though, honestly.
Map and or words? Words.
It's cool, glad again, and I'll see you in
By
a
words,
bit.
I mean hints.
I realize it's been like a minute. I think this is Dungeon 6 word. Yeah. Somewhere hereabouts-ish was where the key was. Oh, there it is right there, I think.
Yeah, it's already way ahead of you, Cloudy Canine.
To refresh my memory as to where the way to get up there is. It might be through a bunch of armor stuff. Or maybe I'm missing something obvious. Or maybe I've already been there. I don't think so, though. Or maybe it's just on the other side of this cave here. That would make sense. Or this cave. This one's just fairies. Right. Oh, we're all full up on reserve fairies. Whoops. Oh, that cuts bolt. Wow, okay, a fairy drop. And a heart drop I can't reach, and a. Boy. These drops are not having it today. These 8-directional boomerang tosses, man. Okay, this is not the right way to go. We're supposed to stay in the water. Yes. What we need is more power. Forgot you could just spam the dive button like that. Come on, that looks like it should work. This did not put me where I thought it was going to put me at all. Actually, well, while we're on it, might as well do even more side questy stuff. Yeah. Sure. I just got like about that many from a secret room. Let's get stuff. Pretty sure that was there before, actually. know if I need to actually jump. It just seems like the platformery thing to do. No, it definitely looks like I do need to jump. Well, I definitely missed a bunch of good stuff over that way. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell where the current is flowing with this, like... Oh, those are 20s. Okay, so this is a substantial profit.
Yeah, these are red rupees. All you have to do is just channel your inner Hoenn region, man.
Eh, I think I get the idea. I guess I'll stay on this thing.
Hey, how's it going?
Alright. Still finding a little bit of trouble getting to Dungeon 6. Can I get off this thing?
You just go through one of those little caves, don't you? There's like those caves up at the wall right there. You could probably go through.
Those caves.
Oh, okay. It's under that statue
yeah,
then, isn't it?
Maybe.
It's like the left one.
That would make some degree of sense.
So yeah, I see you going through the color dungeon.
He handled that very easily, I'd say. Took a
Yeah,
lot of damage.
it was always like no more complicated than, can you see colors?
Alright, I have a hook shot.
I can't help but wonder why that little hole is even there.
Huh.
Keyhole's to the right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't gotta go through too much to get to this dungeon.
I went through most of it last time.
Even then, it was barely, barely all that
Face
much.
Shrine.
Also, yeah, really good music in here.
Let me turn up my volume. I might have to appreciate it later. I see some Wizrobe.
Yeah, these guys are really annoying in this game because the sword can't damage them at all, I don't think.
Boomerang time?
Yeah, it's either the boomerang or the bow and arrow is the only thing that can beat the... Oh, and bombs. Bombs work on them
It's
too.
only everything except does the hook shot damage them? Because that's always the most fun option. No.
Yeah, since last time I've read that they rebalanced the boomerang in this game, but in quotation marks, like, it doesn't one-shot everything, it stuns them and then one-shots them
Yeah.
or something. Like, in the original, like, everything would just pretty much die instantly to the boomerang. Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear the music, but if you listen to, like, a YouTube upload, it's really nice.
Yeah, listening to some of the melody right now.
This was always, like, probably my favorite dungeon theme in the original, but this remake was just like, let's just make it, like 10 times, like, better. If I recall, this dungeon really makes you use bombs a lot.
This really looks like it wants to be like one of those manji symbols or whatever, but
Yeah. It's like the first Zelda game where there's a dungeon in that shape.
oh, that's not right. Oh, hello. It's like, is that really gonna escape and just be impossible to dodge?
It's a thing from the Super
Yeah,
Mario
I was
World
gonna
Ghost
say, it
House.
looks like, yeah, the vanilla ghost house bubble things, just with a face.
Oh, those sticking bubbles.
Those weird green bubbles that are only in like one level in the whole game.
Yeah. What was that about?
Oh, no way to get in there just yet. Let's see if I can flip the color of these switches without blocking access.
Seems like you already got a hint of your wet dungeon weapon here.
Yeah, it's
More
pretty
power.
obvious. Pretty obvious. It's like after the hookshot, it's like, well, what really else is there to get now?
More power.
More bombs.
But he's already got that. He's got the tunic.
I appreciate that it also increases knockback. At least it's
Oh, does
in some
it? That's
cases.
fun.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it acts like you have a piece of power, like always. I
I
think.
didn't notice those increasing my knockback. Maybe they do as well.
Yeah, they do. They do because they did in the original, definitely. Like things would go like flying, and there's a really loud sound effect.
How am I missing?
Tile squares, man.
I still want to know what was up with that 11th heart. Did we
Oh
ever
yeah.
get, did we
That
ever
was
get an
not
answer to that?
Answered.
I don't know.
Really, really early
yet.
for me to have gotten that.
You did it. Wow. Didn't even have a compass yet.
No more stock sound effects. Wow.
It's a very Skyward Sword thing to do. Give you the dungeon item really early.
Loop back around? Yeah, guess so.
You did.
We've seen Shy Guys before, right?
They were in the first
Yeah.
dungeon, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was second dungeon.
I don't honestly remember. Very nice.
3 rupees? Alright.
In case you really don't have the bow and arrow yet.
Not like you really needed it. Oh,
Like I
just
thought I thought it was
making
needed for something eventually, but maybe it isn't. Oh, you know, I wonder if this game still has the bomb arrow mechanic.
Oh, I never went that
In the
way.
original, if you shot an arrow and a bomb like at the same time, like you would fire
That
a
was
bomb
smooth.
arrow.
Now I've locked myself out of that room.
Can't you
Just
hit?
circle around.
Can't you use the
I
boomerang?
don't think it'll do.
In the original, the boomerang would go over those like blue and orange
Yeah,
switch
that's true. I could
thingies.
probably jump and hit it. If I attack it from the other side, maybe? Oh yeah, it'll just go over without jumping.
It's nice they still go over it at least. I was worried that they wouldn't anymore. Because there's a bit more, like, you know, depth in this
I don't think
version.
I'm gonna hit it nonetheless, just because it's
Yeah, it's a little too
obnoxious.
out of position.
I really
Good. Come back to it anyway. You got way more to explore, I'd say.
nothing here. I don't know that I have way much more to explore. I think I locked myself out of all the new stuff by doing that. So let's just loop back around.
Elephant, though.
Oh right, I didn't ever try picking that one up. Yeah, I didn't think that one would do anything.
Ah. Nothing to push. Disappointing.
It's not worth trying to avoid that one.
Nothing happens if you hit it with your sword.
Oh. Admittedly, I didn't try. It looks like
I don't know for sure,
I
but
probably I
I'd say it's at least worth a try.
I subconsciously sort of expected it to be like those green bubbles from the Mario World
Yeah, but you could
level.
spin jump off those.
Yeah, but it didn't do anything.
Spin jump.
You could spin jump off anything that wasn't like a floor tile thing.
Or 2 enemies at once.
Hmm.
Because sprite references? Okay. You do want me to swap it if I'm going it that way. I just can't cross over.
Yeah,
There's nothing over
that's
there.
about right.
Don't think so.
Wait, can you go back to the where the crystal switch is?
See if you can boomerang through that. Is that what you're thinking?
No, just leave a bomb.
Oh.
Say what?
Leave a bomb by the switch.
You mean like? What do you mean?
Draw. Because if you, hang on, I'm thinking about this. What's the room to the left look like?
This one I can hit. This one's not a concern.
Oh, okay. What's north of there? I don't remember.
I don't know yet.
He hasn't visited yet.
Oh.
Nice,
like
two wizrobes at one.
Oh, like that guy couldn't even hit me. Oh, I need to do that, but like that. How long have I had access to this boomerang again? Did I
Just
After Dungeon 5, because you needed to... Well, maybe you could get it before then, but... You know, the trade sequence just ends at the mermaid statue.
Yeah.
So, around the Bay Area.
quite the asset. It's my favorite. In any game, rather.
Oh, hey, that mechanic's back. Making you throw pots to open doors.
But these are still too heavy to lift. They're just not things that can be lifted.
Nope.
Yeah, I think those are just, yeah, decoration.
Bolted to the floor.
Yeah, this is vaguely face-shaped.
The faces of evil.
Ah, look at that dungeon. I saw the map and saw how many rooms. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's long. Oh, I can't get this out of the room. Dang it.
Yeah, you're at this dungeon 6 out of 8, so...
Wait, if I can't carry Jess, I'd have to go this way?
Yep. Hey, there's the compass.
I admit they did not let me skip those text boxes sooner. Did that do anything meaningful? Yes, I can cross it. Okay, I still don't know if that's meaningful.
I was gonna say, you could have... I was like, you gonna try throwing the statues at the door there?
Oh, yeah, but they're not pots, man. It's clearly marked.
'Cause if you notice, the door is open before you enter the room, and then it closes shut. Yeah, okay, there you go.
Why does this bounce
What
exactly?
the what?
Oh,
The chess pieces?
this is
Oh!
like this is the worst mechanic.
Chess pieces?
You just have to pick them up, throw them, and hope they land like straight up.
That's not how a knight
Wow.
works. A knight's supposed to go 2 over in 1. it's like, man, I
Oh,
like
wait.
the idea,
Oh,
though.
okay.
I like the
Oh,
idea.
okay. No, they changed it. You see, you had to throw them in those slots. Those
Yeah.
weren't there in the original. It was literally just picking up, throw both of them, and pray that they land straight up twice in a row. It was just luck. That's all
Wow.
it was.
Well, they,
So-
they behave more like chess pieces now.
Yeah. So if all of those have been changed like that, that's nice.
Oh, hello. Wasn't expecting that. This is the first time I think there's ever been a secret exit to a dungeon. Not that it's of any use.
Hey, you got a secret seashell.
Dungeon 8 has one, I know.
That doesn't do anything meaningful.
Still don't like that basic font, but I guess that's just something I'll have to live with.
Oh, you could have... Yeah, go to the higher end instead.
The higher end of
What did you get from that chest outside? Was it a key?
No, it was a secret seashell.
Oh, yeah. I have good memory.
You
What
hit
was
the
it you-
switch and then you go to the ledge so you can jump off and then still go to the right. Maybe.
I don't know what you mean.
Not inside this room, the one on the south, yeah, with the amp.
I can go to the right anyway.
Really?
I've been to the right before. That's where I was.
Oh yeah, it was locked off with the bolt and stuff, yeah.
Don't forget to check the map, by the way, because there might be instances where you need to, like, blow up a wall or something.
I don't think I've been this way.
My short-term
yet, though.
memory.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think you've been further right here. Yeah,
Nah.
that room up there is
Unexplored.
still dark. You can grab berries with the boomerang, I think.
Hello? Hello? My controller is
Drifting.
right here in my hands. Not drifting.
Yeah, this has happened to me, like, before.
Frickin' A, man. I hate it when this happens. Like, the lights are still on and everything. Fully charged. Or not. Why is this not fully charged? Was that not fully connected to my Switch earlier? Better hope the blue ones are charged.
Is it one of the Joy-Cons?
Yeah.
I've had that before where, like, when docked, one side wouldn't charge for some reason. Or it would, like, charge less. It's weird.
Worst comes to worst, I can just dig out a GameCube controller or something. Now,
This is why we have pro controllers.
This one's totally... Yeah, because those stay charged.
No, they seriously do.
Yeah, this is dead. Man.
Recently, I tried out the Pro Controller playing Smash Ultimate, and it felt really weird.
You get used to it.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. Where is my... Do I not...
Do you have one of those, like, charger things for the Joy-Cons that's, like, separate?
No, I haven't bought any kind of extra accessories, unless that question was for JD Aster. So.
Why do I not have my Smash thing hooked up to this? Where even is it? Anyways, why on earth is this not connected? When would I have used this on any other game recently?
I don't know.
Be sure to, like, update your Joy-Cons. If need be.
Update?
Yeah. Like every so often, I go in the Switch options just to update controllers, just in case.
What?
Forget that's even an option. Firmware
Yeah.
on controllers.
I mean, it's a
play
thing
my
I've had to
Switch
do, and it's a
there.
thing that's helped before. But they have to be plugged into the Switch itself to update.
Whoops, I knocked the Switch out.
There's so much I've got to learn with the Switch.
Because
even
I don't
play
think
it
the
all.
controllers update automatically.
That didn't kill the stream, did it? Oh, it did kill the stream, dang it.
Oh man.
At least it killed the feed. No, it
Okay,
looks
now
like
it's
it's
back.
back now.
Yeah, there it is.
This is better dang work. Okay, I gotta relearn where all the buttons are. Sword is on B, which is like by far the most comfortable button to hit on a GameCube controller.
Hey, at least it's not the Mega Man collection on GameCube where they made shoot the A button and jump the B button.
Oh, I played the Mega Man collection on GameCube. Like,
Apparently
way
it has
long ago.
input delay.
This
Apparently.
feels so weird. Playing this with a GameCube controller. This is not how this game was meant to be played. Oh gosh, now I have to press down the L button too.
Ugh.
Oh hey, you got
GameCube
ripped.
triggers. Ugh.
It's like
Red
like Mario
tunic and
Kart
piece
all
of
over
power.
again. Mario Kart Wii having to hold that down whenever front running.
Also, yes, now you should have 4 times power right now.
Hey.
Not that it matters, since, like, most enemies die in
Nothing.
one hit now anyway.
It would be nice if
Yeah.
the A and B buttons were switched, because A does nothing most of the time anyway. What did I even get from this? I don't have a select button. How am I supposed to open the map?
Z, clearly.
Z start,
start?
plus L. Does Z? No, Z is shield. Which is more comfortable
Z
than R.
is shield? That is weird.
Because it's ZR, and like, far be it
Oh,
from
yeah.
a modern Nintendo game to distinguish between an R and a ZR input. What if you're playing on a single Joy-Con? I totally forgot where I was going. What do I have? I have a key. Where can I get a key door? Do I have access to any key doors?
Did you go to the right after first entering this dungeon?
Yeah, I was gonna say, at the entrance there, it looks like you can go right.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if there
Maybe.
was just like a return light or something.
I'm trying to remember if there is, because some games do have something like that, but I don't think this game does.
Do I have to... How do I even get out of here? Oh, I just get that. Want that, dang it? No, I did want to hit that. Dang it! I keep getting the buttons confused.
Okay, you want to hit it one more time?
Now let's try to make some progress. Oh wow, you can even kill those with boomerangs? She freaking whiz.
Yeah, you can.
Ah, that's what I was
OP.
looking forward to. Seeing the amps finally get their just desserts.
Hey Zion, sorry for the technical difficulties if you were here for this. I'm playing this with a GameCube controller now. I don't know how that missed the other one, but alrighty.
Yeah. Finally, the amps can. And they give you fairies all the time?
I don't know. I want to say maybe.
I know that in Minish Cap there was an enemy that if you just KO with a boomerang, it'll always give you fairies.
Ugh, I hate rooms like these. Because all it is just standing in a corner and holding your shield out.
Yeah,
Remember, you have a shield.
that would work better.
I thought he was just dodging because the shield wouldn't work.
Let's try that again. Okay, nope, that does nothing. Except there's a door over
Well,
There's the door. Yeah, it's to the right there.
you got 2 doors to go through. Small key and then throwing it. Pick your poison.
there. Wow! Just missed. These can only shoot in 8 directions.
Man, that only did like half a heart to you? Jeez. These guys used to be dangerous. In like the first Zelda game? Oh my god, these guys did so much damage.
Okay, so clearly I just picked the right direction at the beginning of this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm
Like,
like, what if you did go right from the beginning?
I was...
Well, you would have gotten stopped by the key door and then the door to the right, so.
What?
What did that say?
He put it too fast, so I don't
Hop
even-
on top of
Like
the
hop on top of the
crystals.
crystals or something?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
you've
hop
already
on top
been
of
doing
those, so I'm
anyway.
not sure what he meant. Oh, yeah. So many random item drops. I realized I wasn't swimming. Now I have 2 keys for 1 door.
Hey.
That's really obnoxious that I don't have a select button on this controller.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Alright.
I always tend to forget the GameCube didn't have a select button.
I just didn't have access to that door yet. Right? I can get there once I swap the switches again. Oh gosh, those die in 1 hit. How did I not notice that before? Like the game's like, take the hint. Use a bomb on this obvious bombable thing.
I wonder if in the original that wasn't marked. It might have been.
What is with this whole row being empty? I just realized that that whole right row doesn't have anything in it.
That's a secret.
More bottles, maybe?
Well, this definitely looks nondescript.
This always looked like a Kirby, like mini boss to me for some reason.
I can see that.
Didn't seem to do anything either. That's the wrong button.
You need to play catch with this guy.
I could also see that. Good distance though.
Yeah, you want him to like throw it far across so it like lands far away from him.
So at least you can pick it up.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Well.
8-direction movement.
I'm curious as to whether I was actually doing double damage there, or if he always took 4
Yeah.
hits. It'd be faster for me to just warp to the beginning at this point.
You still got a small key to use, so.
Oh, whoops.
I was cut off mid-sentence by that stairs just appearing to me being in awe.
I know. It's like, wow. I don't know what was with that loading zone there. Where are we? Are we back
Did
to the
it
beginning?
just take you back? Yeah, it did.
That's bizarre.
Huh.
It's like a mini Lost Woods. Or something.
Yeah, well, that answers the question.
This is why Boomerang Mario needs to be in a 2D game.
He's been in both 3D Land and World. Those basically count.
Yeah,
I was
sure.
about to say.
Plus, he was in Super Mario Advance 4, sort of.
Ha! E-reader.
All those levels I never played.
Just get a Wii U, man.
Who has those anymore? No, I've actually been wanting to get the GBA Metroid games on my Wii U. Cause I've never played Fusion and I really want to.
I got Fusion just in case people ever want to see me play it over all the other things I suggested.
And someday maybe I can play like all of the Mega Man Battle Networks. There's so much on the Wii U eShop, it's ridiculous.
What am I supposed to be doing here?
Well, if that's not working, JD Aster. Yeah,
Probably something
else.
bomb-ish.
Other than a bomb, apparently. Cracks in the walls.
Bow and arrow, maybe? Probably not, but...
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Let's try to see if you got any connecting rooms.
Well, it was worth a try. It's like, you don't know how to play it.
Well, it's an ocarina.
Well, I didn't even have a way
Like imagine that in like the other Zelda games where you have an instrument. Like Link just realizes, wait, I don't know how to play this.
That sent me all the way back to the start. Sheesh.
Well, that was your way out.
Oh wow, it's like a mini Wallmaster, huh?
Not sure what I was supposed to have done there.
Yeah.
Wow, that just killed everything in one shot.
Well, you still have that room with the switch blocks
Yeah.
that you could go through.
coming over here to turn the switches the other way.
Yeah, a lot of the 2D Zelda games have that, like, mechanic where, like, a thing can bring you to the entrance of the dungeon again.
300 rupees.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh, is this that crazy Tracy stuff? But yes, it is apparently optional. Apply it and see what
Oh,
happens.
yeah, the secret medicine.
Oh.
That was a thing in the original. You could find it in treasure chests and dungeons.
Well, apparently that just auto applies then.
Yeah, it's like it's an auto res.
I can't choose to make myself auto resable.
Would you like to? Yes or no?
Oh, maybe that's. I noticed, like, my hearts didn't always have that ring around them, did they? Maybe they did, and maybe I just don't notice these things.
What?
I don't know. I'm not usually looking up that way.
How does one get to any of this? How does one get to any of this? There must be like a staircase or something. Guess there's like 2 giant chunks of this dungeon I have no idea how to access. There's all this, and then there's all of this. I've been in this room, though. Oh yeah, that was where I was and got stuck.
Do you have a small key?
He does.
Yes.
Well, you can open that that block that's north of you, right?
Yeah, I can't get up there, though.
No?
Or at least I don't
second
know of
level,
any way
he's-
to get up there.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
bombable walls? You did keep mentioning that there was maybe one dungeon that had them. Cloudy Canine.
I already hit one bomb.
There might be. I don't remember. And I don't know if, like, this game added a crack to a wall.
Well, we might as well head back to that beginning area and see if we can make any sense of it. There was that whole section with a bunch of those guys. Where does that staircase go? I don't remember. Alright, the staircase is what led me over to that section with that black hole I couldn't figure out what to do with. Nothing suspicious looking in here. I don't think there are any owls I've yet to talk to, but I could be mistaken.
Wasn't there one, like, early-ish that you didn't have the beak for?
Perhaps.
Did
Is
you
there a
go
reason
up?
This one tile looks different from the others.
That's where the small key dropped.
There was a key in
Yeah.
this room?
Yeah.
Oh,
Collected it already.
I forgot about that. I'll exactly. Step this way, right? Oh, no, I have not.
I did ask. Progress.
This is probably how one gets to that chest piece section. I do appreciate that they move in vaguely knight-like pattern, but it's really more of a bishop.
I appreciate it. They just redid these puzzles.
Intuitive.
Yeah, Thwomp Dash section.
I just wanted to take the Oh, these guys. I'm supposed to kill all these.
Yeah, remember these guys?
Okay, you can double shot them. It's like, I have 2 pots.
Actually, I think the ocarina works on these guys.
That
Since
would
you
make
have that now.
sense. Dang it, I should
Since
have
you
tried
have that now.
I should have tried that. You're basically Mike Link.
Oh god.
These guys. It's just like, there's nothing difficult about this, really.
Remember, you gotta have to alternate JDs and watch your health.
Yeah. What?
Guess it was too soon. Okay. Never
These things
mind.
were always
I just saw
finicky in
that.
the original. You have to drop it, like right in front of them. Like, it can't be to the side.
Boy, double fairies. Overkill much?
Not like it needed.
Imagine if I had the blue tunic.
Yeah. I mean, you could always go back and change it if you ever want to, for whatever reason.
Yeah. Oh gosh, so many paths. Let's go this way first.
Please.
If I don't
It might be
use
that
it-
nightmare key up there.
We are getting to the end of his map.
Yeah, this place isn't, like, that complex, but... Okay, that's just a way back, okay.
Well, you
Apparently.
got the hook shot then, JD Aster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that, I know. I just haven't been up this
Or
way
go
yet.
north, yeah. I forgot you haven't been up north.
So many paths.
I'll take the ones. Good night, stop with the fairies.
Imagine these rooms without the boomerang. Imagine this whole dungeon without the boomerang.
Dang it. I tried so hard. Really? Alright, game. I don't think I need these arrows anymore. I've not been using the ones that I do have.
Yeah, once you get the boomerang, the bow and arrow is, like, obsolete.
Mm-hmm.
What?
It's like they added realistic physics, just like the Crane game.
Yes, realistic bouncing 90 degrees to the side physics. Okay, this fast was entirely pointless.
Oh,
God,
okay.
300
Okay, then.
rupees? It's like
Yeah.
he called it. He did call it, actually.
Well, I was expecting it to be in a little bit more of a, like, substantial location than that. Time to do the mini-boss again!
Just you wait till Dungeon 8.
We have to fight Skeletor again, like 5 times.
God.
But this time he's actually
E-Man?
somewhat difficult. I realized that's not its name. I realized that about half a second after
Skeletor.
I said it. What?
I thought you were joking.
Use the pots around it to open it?
For only this treasure chest, apparently.
Yeah, this is like the only time you ever do that.
Are there parts we have not been to yet? Yes, this whole section. Which means I still haven't figured out what to do here.
Oh yeah, the black hole.
That appears to be progress worthy.
Huh.
It was the wrong item. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Where are we headed? Okay, we're not headed in the right direction.
Oh, I know what to do. Okay. The room with that black hole thing.
Yeah.
You have to kill all the enemies in it. Because there's slimes that pop up in that room.
And then immediately die.
There were slimes in that room? Wow.
Yeah, I did see something, but they just disappeared instantly.
Ah. Eventually we were gonna see it again anyway.
Dang it, do I have to redo this again?
Oh.
It's really obnoxious.
Oh! I mean, if they already fell, all you have to do is just circumnavigate the room. Yeah, because that still counts as you defeating them.
I need to actually, you know, like, wait.
Gotta get to that corner somehow.
Oh, that does count. She whiz. I thought I had to actually land the finishing blow on them.
Nah.
It's weird that you can walk through that. This is the
Seems
one
very
time I'll
small.
accept fairies, but alas, none to be had.
Just
Point of
reset the
that.
room, maybe.
I think I have to go
Oh.
two rooms away or further for that to work. And now it's dark again. Whatever. I've got two fairies and an auto res. I should be fine. Unless this is the most like unexpected like means of beating this. Well, hello. I guess this is why it's
Hello
called the face
again.
dungeon. It's always the eyes, man.
Ah, that's the wrong seat to use.
Facade. Eventually you're gonna run out of things to throw at me. And where are you gonna be then?
Yeah, of course. Ah, well.
Your weak point is apparently everywhere. At least on your face.
We take those.
Ah. Yeah, the last guy said that too. That's its ghostly wail in the background. That are sirens. One of the other things. Sheesh. What's going on out there?
Nice work.
A
Taking out
triangle.
2 dungeons in one stream.
The coral triangle. We're getting less and less instrumenty. It's like, if you start making that play multiple tones, then I really have some questions. Particularly if it's like more than one. Like more than like, or rather more than one per side. I question how that would be possible.
Is it time for Mr. Owl again?
Seems pretty highly likely at this point. Alright, we got that whole mountain path we've never been on. That's like the only part of the map that I can think of that I've just not explored.
Ah, right on cue. Fly like a bird. Good meme.
Where is the fastest way to get back from here? Yep, unlock. Oh no, we haven't unlocked this whole area either. I still don't know if I even have access to this yet. It was blocked off by several holes on both sides. But it's just so unassuming.
In before the final area.
The double kills. I forget if there was anything more to buy at the shop. Let's check that out before heading mountainward. That's an easy place to get to anyway. Boy, for all the people online seem to complain about the whole... What's it called? Like the frame rate drops when loading new stuff in this game. I barely notice it. Well, I don't have the means to afford that, surprisingly, and the rest of this is just kind of pointless. Oops, sorry. Just for dark. Let's go and fish with a different outfit.
Yeah.
I'm apparently bad at fish. Not impressed. Sounded quite disappointed, actually. I think there was a warp closer to the mountain than this. Let's look at the map first. Oh yeah, that's a good ways away. I assume there's not much else I can do at this point in the game besides head to Dungeon 7. I've done basically all the side stuff that I'm aware of. I think your silence is a yes. No,
Oh,
XY
that was a
triangle, I
question.
am not doing that.
I'm not the expert. I'd have to rely on Mr. Cloudy Canine for direction. Considering I wouldn't want to rely on an expert whenever I play through a Legend of Zelda game for the first time anyway. I mean, only so many mountains that the owl could be talking about, I guess.
I've not been to this whole section, but I've also not been to this section either. Any of this top part of the mountain, I'm pretty sure.
Sounds like regions to explore.
Clearly this is the way I'm meant to be going.
Right on cue. I agree, Niminator. Tried to stress that out.
What I couldn't do here before. Ah. I don't suppose I can hookshot all the way off screen there. Oh, but I can hookshot to the chest. So just rupees? Yeah.
Oh, now that's disappointing.
How exactly do I
Hoverboard's
get
my
off here
favorite.
again?
You have to just use the thing again. Wait. Yeah, just use the hook shot.
On what?
There's a rock, isn't there?
I don't see any that are off this platform.
No, that thing you can pick up.
I tried that.
Oh, okay. Guess you just have to push the one on the right. The left, excuse me.
That particular one, apparently, is what I have to push.
Ah.
There's just suddenly nothing here for no reason. Well, that was a lot of not worth it. I don't know if this is the way I'm meant to be going. Entirely possible. Let's check this level section first. This is all new. I believe I never explored this after getting the swimming gear. I feel like I may have gone the wrong way. Shame I just can't hear much of this music before it gets reset by cave music every time.
Yeah.
A good track. That was just poor of me. That was poor still. Hold on, there was probably... Well, I don't have a shovel. It's like there was probably a secret seashell there, but I don't have the means of getting it. Yeah, I don't think I'll be playing this 100%, because who knows where all those are, and... I don't imagine that these rewards are necessary. Oh, nice, another warp. It's probably a fairy spot. Yeah. Hello. You're gonna activate? Probably have to like dig this or something. What exactly am I supposed to be doing here?
Hmm?
This very much looks like a warp spot, and I can't use it.
Oh. What did you usually do for the warp spot?
I thought I just normally walked onto them, but apparently that's
Hey,
not
I'm
the
back,
case.
sorry. That looks like a spot to dig in.
Yeah, I don't have the means, unfortunately.
Yeah, but you don't have the shovel.
What has this boomerang ever done for me? That's where I just came out of. I assume that's a warp spot, because that's what it looks like. Maybe I'm wrong, though. It's a silly thing to make optional, if that is the case. Or make easily missable. Like the skull face there. The Mario 1 skull.
Man, that sucks that I missed the boss. I had a joke ready and everything. I was gonna be all like, Flint, I'm not sure what to say. Because his name was Facade.
Oh. Pun? Well, apparently I still need a bird key, then, if that's the case.
Ah.
Yeah, you don't have the blue rooster yet with you.
Probably should have fallen down there, now that I think about it. I forget which way I came up here. This very much also looks like something you're meant to dig for.
Dang. What are
Is
you
it
gonna
really
trade
worth
in?
digging over your boomerang?
Given the arrows, clearly you're not using those.
Yeah, I'm really not using those.
I guess you could in theory. Maybe. I don't remember.
No,
I feel
that-
like with most items he says like, oh, I don't want that. But I could be wrong.
Tragic.
Just give the sword away. Hanging on there.
Ah, those buzzy beetles flying.
Give the shield away. I definitely don't need that.
So yeah, I know what you're supposed to do next.
Well, I'm gonna go all the way back around
Sort
here
of.
to make sure I wasn't supposed to fall in there, and if not, there's a couple other paths I didn't check out back that way.
Well, something you need to do is all the way back in Mabe Village.
Because of course it would be.
This is what you need to get the blue rooster.
Oh, that is a thing.
Wow. What a hole.
By the way, that was a hard piece in the original, and you just had to know to dive in this cave. Because you couldn't see through the water.
Well, I guess we're on our way back. Might as well see if I can get the shovel.
So do you know that like small little area you still haven't explored?
Which, the
On the
one
map?
on the side? Like on
We
the
were
lower
kind
area?
of discussing that actually.
Like this one here?
Yeah. You get a new song, and you need to do that.
Nope.
Yeah, that area like right there, yeah.
It's entirely possible I could have been able to do that as soon as I got the hook shot.
Like I say, you probably could have done this like way earlier. Like maybe you need the hook shot. I don't know what the requirement is, but you basically have everything you need to travel the overworld. So
Alright, there's a sign blocking my way that way.
yeah, I just forget where you enter that from. Oh yeah, right there. There's a hook shot. See?
Where?
There's a stump you can hook. There's a. You see all those holes right down south of you? You can hook shot across those.
Yeah, these obviously, yeah.
But first, acorn.
Now I have
Ah, I
double
see the
power
question
and
you were
defense.
asking, JD Acer.
Now you're in here.
So many signs. What's the point?
They're there for a reason.
A puzzle, clearly.
A very tedious one.
Oh, I was just joking. My God. Of course
Oh,
it's a puzzle.
No, yeah, it is.
Try again. Try again. Oh gosh, why?
It's one of these.
Read it from the correct order. Are you kidding me?
Yep. So where you entered this area from, check that sign first.
Yeah.
No, not that way, you idiot.
Yeah, just always check the sign that, like, you know, it tells you.
Go this way.
Oh, hello. Didn't see that extra hole.
Go this way. It's kind of cool.
It
Little
is,
cheap.
but, like,
Kinda
you know, it's kind of obvious what to do. And it's just a matter of actually doing it.
Follow the cardinal direction of that last sign and to the other
Yep.
sign, and it is kind of wow.
I mean, it's basically a Pokemon ice puzzle thing.
I was gonna say, it's like, why does this
Right.
remind me of something from a Pokemon game?
Too many times.
There just need to be trainers dotted every now and then, except the
Every
each set of
signpost would be a
holes.
trainer. Remember Candace's gym in Gen 4?
Ah,
The one with
can't.
the rotating things.
No, that was Wolfric's gym in Gen 6.
Oh, same difference.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, did I get myself in a loop, or are there really this many signs?
There are that many. You had to check that sign that was in front of the flower. Why'd you walk past that one?
Yeah. I mean, you still did it, I guess, by hook
Or
or by
that
crook.
works. Or that works.
What?
Okay, why not?
I don't think I ever did anything incorrectly. Oh, hey, this guy.
Yeah, maybe you didn't, and I just wasn't thinking right.
On
Yeah, here he
vocals.
is. Like several parts ago, I said like, hey, maybe you'll see a frog from another game in this game, and here he is.
Mamu. That's not the word I was expecting, or the name.
It's not
rather.
my wart. There's also a second song that you could have gotten right now, but I don't remember where the heck it is. It's not mandatory for anything, but
This is an interesting choice of sound font. Wow, that just sounded like freaking what did that sound like? Like almost Fawful-ish.
which one? His superstar sound or his Bowser's Inside Story like noises
Kind of both.
when he talks?
Wow, the pushback.
Yeah, now you have to go to Mabe Village since you learned that song.
Oh, such a long walk.
The perks of being a Game Boy game that like is still 1-to-1. Except without all the screen transitions.
I know, it's like I don't have to wait through the screen transitions though. Only the
So now that you have the level 2 power bracelet, you can push the statue on the square.
Yeah. First I'm gonna
But to
see...
like honestly, I don't know how you ever like are meant to figure that out
I'm gonna see if
in
I
the
can't
original.
get that shovel back.
Yeah, why not? Though the boomerang is very useful for Dungeon 7, by the
Yeah,
way.
I'm gonna see if there are other things I can trade away. 'Cause when have I used arrows?
Because you know those blue and orange block things?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are gonna be those are here to stay for Dungeon 7 and 8, but especially 7.
Wait, so I can just have them both?
For just 300 rupees? My God.
Well, she
Whoa.
whiz.
This
That
is
would've
new.
been- that would have been useful knowledge.
You couldn't do that in the original version of the game. That was not a thing. He would never ask you for rupees in the original that I know of.
Ha! Game
Because
changer.
because the boomerang was so broken in the original, it was a fair trade-off to not have like a shovel or something. But oh well.
But were there warp spots that I could have been missing?
I don't think so.
Exactly. Alrighty, let's...
It turns out you can only use the warp points in this game with your shovel. You have to dig them up.
Oh, the little clank noise.
How many seashells do you have?
Probably enough to get the second reward. I should probably go back there. Oh, push it
A
this.
dozen.
Nah, I don't think so. I thought you needed 20 for that.
Yeah, maybe I don't have 20 yet then.
You just had 12 I saw in the menu. I think anyway.
They meant
Yeah,
specifically
dozen.
no longer living, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to figure out, like, this in the original version of the game. Like that fox was kind of leading you to the statue, but I don't remember it doing that in the original.
Guess.
Yeah, but now we have another animal buddy, sort of.
I don't think this one is likely to be able to eat everything on the path, sadly.
No, but you can
Wrong
fly.
game.
Clearly this is what they were trying to make that Blue Jay be in Super Mario World, the one that never ended up getting used.
I don't know what that refers to.
It was like an unused sprite of a blue bird thing. I
Huh.
think it was meant to be used with like a cage graphic. You'd basically be in an auto stroller inside a cage or something.
That sounds kind of cool.
I forget if that... I don't think I can get up that way. No, it doesn't look like
So I remember near the castle-ish,
Okay,
there
maybe
was like a series of holes that you need this bird to fly over, but I think it might just be for a seashell for that path.
I can't get there, sadly.
But yeah, like somewhere in Taotao Heights, there's like a cave with a really huge pit that you need this guy to fly over.
I have not seen that yet. Would have been an alternate way to get what I got earlier. Wait, so is this even the way I'm meant to be going now, or should I go to the west
Go where?
with this bird?
I think it's somewhere in Taotao Heights.
There's
Of course, you can
this
at least
whole
shovel
section.
and get yourself a new warp zone if you want.
Yeah, I plan on doing that.
To get the top left is Dungeon 8, so that's not where you need to go. I don't think.
Yeah, there were
Yeah,
other...
the top right is Dungeon 7. That's where you want to go. You know, I never thought about it, but all 2D Zelda games need to end in the mountains for some reason.
Certainly wasn't true for Minish Cap.
Oh,
Yeah, that game had a Hyrule Castle, and if a game has Hyrule Castle, that's always the final area.
or the first. Or both.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or both.
Okay, I took several alternate paths here. I don't think I ever went this way.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to remember, because there's like a lot of caves up here.
Let me make sure. Okay, the key thing was here.
Yeah, it's
Right.
up there.
Okay, so I have to
Now
go
you-
this
first
way
you need
again
to
anyway, so I might as well go this
First, you
way
need to
first.
find the key,
Yeah.
wherever it is.
So this way I probably need to go first then.
Wait, what's in that house there?
I don't know. I'm just gonna check that out after this.
Just gonna ignore the very obvious house.
Yes. I always have to choose the wrong path first.
Hey, Baker's dozen.
Reminds me in Gen 2 where like in one of the beginning routes there's a house where in Gen 2 you can just like ignore it, but in Gen 4 the guy pops out and says like, "Hey, why would you ignore my very obvious house?" And then he gives you like the apricot case. Or apricorn, sorry.
What's the point of this whole area? There's like nothing here. There was already a shell over that way, I guess. Come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably for the seashell.
Can I just keep this up forever?
Yeah. Yes.
There. Take that. I dug underneath you.
Well, we gonna get all Chopper Bros Advance up here?
Oh, hey, it's Luigi.
Hey, Mario!
I love the music in here.
Would he be your official hint for this blue rooster, I guess?
Yeah, I think he's here to like hint you what to do if you don't have the blue rooster yet.
The blue stick.
I don't know if this is the way to go, because I think this is going towards Dungeon 8. But I could be wrong.
I doubt it. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know.
Go left, and if it's on the top left, seems to check out. Seems like you're actually heading to the middle, though.
I don't know.
I saw a very, very large staircase. Long staircase.
Okay, this does look pretty... Where would this put me out? Here, maybe? Yeah, that would make some degree of sense. Let's not bother. Let's not bother doing undoable progress here, but at the same time, this is exactly the sort of thing you'd expect this hen to be useful for. Rooster, rather. Am I even going this way? I don't think this is where I'm meant to be. Oh gosh, don't fall down. Let's not undo that much progress, please. There's that chest that looks suspicious. I don't think I ever went this way, so that's probably how to get there.
Says the cave with the eagle's key is like near the shack. There's like a cave entrance south of the shack or something.
How do I get the rest of these?
One of these days, we're gonna have to teach you about pushing blocks correctly, man.
At least it doesn't ask you if you want to use strength with each one.
Why am I the worst at these puzzles? This is why I stopped playing Baba Is You after.
What is Baba Is You? Just all of this?
It's this, but
Yeah.
faster.
Hmm.
And with more complicated.
Not
Better,
things than-
stronger, faster.
At least you could push things more than once in that game. Link,
Did you not have pushed, like, once you push that one down on the right, then you push the one next to it on the left? I know that was very
Yeah.
non-directional, but the block that's on the right chest, then push the one next to it on the left.
I can see what that gains me.
Can you not push it again?
No, the whole idea is these can only be pushed once, is it not?
Really?
Yes, we just established this.
I was clearly asleep. My beat.
Do I not have is there another way into this room that would make this easier, or am I
don't
just
think so.
not seeing some way to get across?
More like
Pretty much any instance of rocks like these, it's like, you can do it now.
easily. Then I guess you could just push that one to the left, push that one down. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I guess I should really specify. All right, time to try this again. Push that left, then go south.
No, you already pushed the wrong one.
You're really not
The one that
helping,
you-
guys.
Dude, it's so hard with stream delay.
The one that you push first, which is on the left,
Yeah.
and then
push
go
that left.
directly south.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That would do something.
And then push that one down. Yeah,
Oh, I have
like that.
to
There you go.
get all 5 of these in one pass, presumably.
It's not so bad now.
I can't get all 5 of these in one pass, though. But I can reload the room, and maybe that'll help out. That or I'll get the magical bracelet of pushing things twice. No.
I was gonna say, I'm like, if only we had an item that would let us do that.
It was worth a shot.
Either way, this is only for like optional stuff, so.
No, but I'm curious. Like, well, I do
Yeah,
have
fair.
access to
Can
more
you?
If I do them in this order. If I'm coming from this way, it's easier to hit all 5.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Pretty sure Link to the Past had a room that was like identical to this.
It's gonna be the whole thing was just to farm hearts very slowly.
Balls will ooze green slimes.
All that for just
Oh, wait, they always
100
do that.
rupees. Oh well.
Yeah, that's Zelda games for you.
Wow.
Alright, let's head back to the left and see if there wasn't.
Hey man, you can keep playing the crane game again. It's like what, 5 more uses of the crane game?
It's 10.
Okay, so then 10 more.
Or 1 play of the River Rapids game. Which, to be fair,
Wow, was it
gave-
really that expensive?
To
Dang.
be fair, it did give me 120 on the first play. Have I not been in this cave already? Oh, I haven't been in this cave already.
I was gonna say, I mean, there are a lot of caves,
There's
to be
so
fair.
many caves. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. What else can I do? Well, not much else from the looks of it.
Pretty sure this is like the way back. Yeah. There's your dungeon key.
Grown.
Sorry, gotta do another one of these.
Get rid of as many as possible.
Pretty much.
Presumably they can't be of any use. Well, until I push away the one that I need to repel back to.
And before you need to somehow push everything in the hole.
No, that's dungeon 8.
Are you kidding me? What did that even do? Oh, she freaking wins. At least I didn't lose that.
Oh, oh, it's one of these kinds of caves.
Progress reset.
Slightly mistime Y, and then have to do it all again. Excellent.
I don't even remember that happening in the original game.
That is mean.
You ever have those parts in some games where it's like you fall down and then you have to like backtrack and you're like, I rather would have just died, to be honest.
Yeah.
At least it's not like, well, I mean, like, it's not like Tick-Tock Clock where at least there's, like, fun platforming on the way up.
Yeah, that's true.
Here it's like, just push things.
Or you have a rooster. And a hook shot.
That's fair. There was an easier way across.
I thought you were gonna go with a hook shot.
Hello. Lift. Lift what? It's not on screen yet. This definitely doesn't look suspicious at all, this corner. I'm sure there's a seashell or something there. Let's get the key first.
Nice find. You did it.
I don't know. It could just be copying the layout from the Game Boy, so it just like looks like there's something there.
Oh, there's nothing there.
Hey.
Yeah, you can't dig right underneath your feet.
You can certainly try. This isn't Superstar Saga where that's absolutely required.
Oh, is
Wait.
it now?
Could I really have just flown around that whole thing the entire time?
Yeah.
Sheesh, why even have all those rocks there then?
It's so you do all that, then you realize, oh wait, I need another thing to be able to progress anyway.
Hey, thanks, Luigi.
Oh
No
my
problem,
goodness.
Mario.
Please not fall down these waterfalls.
Fall
There's
down
something,
a waterfall.
there's something you can do with the blue rooster, like around the castle, but it's just for optional stuff, if you care. Because I don't think you want to do the next dungeon.
Yeah, well... Yeah, we're getting close to the 2-hour mark, and I did have a friend that might be calling.
And oh god, you're going to Dungeon 7 next. Oh god.
But let us at least get that work that I
Dungeon 7 is infamous, man.
hope exists.
It is very infamous.
We believe in JD Aster.
Nah.
After all, he has, I don't know how many more eyes, 4 or 6, depending on if you wear glass.
I wear glasses, Dark.
Sweet, he's got extra eyes then.
Do you also wear glasses?
Yes.
Well,
Always. All the time.
Not while I'm on computer.
Oh no, he meant
so.
Dark, okay. I'm nearsighted. I need them to see far away, which is like 60% of things in my view.
Just not my computer, so.
Most things are far away unless you have something sufficiently close to your face to block out your entire field of vision.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is this? Oh no, this is just a shortcut. Why? Like, why would you do that? What purpose is there in making a warp inaccessible? It is so
I don't
bizarre.
remember. I don't remember a warp being here at all.
No, I'm sure there wasn't one.
Yeah.
But it's like, why add one that, like, requires an item that you have sold?
I know. I'm like, why would they ever make you use the shovel here? That's so weird. Oh well.
And, like, when was I able to buy that back? Can I have walked out and walked back in?
You might have, and like, I didn't know you could, because you couldn't in the original.
So
Huh.
silly. Oh, might as well go to the castle, which is here. Gosh, I used to think that was on the east side of the map, but that's, like, kind of central anymore. Most of the east side of the map you don't get to visit till pretty late. I guess much like Superstar Saga.
It always weirded me out in Superstar Saga how there's no shop in Hoo Hoo Village. Like, that is the perfect place to have a shop.
See, we got the town music and everything.
Because, like, in the Game Boy version, like, technically aren't, like, items finite at that point in the game?
Oh yeah, like you have very finite
You could
resources.
technically run out of, like, resources, couldn't you?
Well, I mean, you could... Well, no, yeah, the enemies
Random
don't
drops.
replenish either.
I was gonna say, the enemies don't respawn.
I mean, good thing it's Superstar Saga.
I
and
know,
it's
I was
like,
gonna say, I'm like, I don't know how that would ever happen, but...
there is no such thing as needing resources for most of that game.
Yeah,
In
but,
fact,
but
all
it's
of
to the
that
right
game.
right here. Like, isn't there somewhere with a bunch of holes?
I mean, yes.
Before the castle mode, I mean.
I'll look at that in a sec. Here's a bunch of holes. Don't think that's what you meant, though.
No, not the Earthbound thing. Like to the left and right before the mode here. There's like a bunch of holes somewhere.
Ah,
It's somewhere around here. It's so hard to remember this game's map sometimes.
remember the game's maps. That's what the map is for.
If only we had a map button.
I know, right? If only there were a select button on this controller. I do not see a bunch of holes anywhere on the map.
Was it to the
here.
left, maybe? Before the moat?
I don't see anything.
Tried to go to the left.
Yeah, like right up, like right there where your
Like
cursor
little-
is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there are some holes here. Except I don't need that, I can just use this.
Okay, good. I'm not crazy. Oh! I did not know that stump was there. I thought you needed the bird for that.
Unless I needed to get out. That's just bad design. Except I'm pretty sure I could just jump into the mode.
Yeah.
Whoops. Just threw
Reminds
it
me how
into
as a
the hole.
kid there was a room in Luigi's Mansion I thought you absolutely had to reset the game to get out of.
Ah, freaking the sealed room.
I mean, to be
No.
fair, if it's actually called that, that would be a decent indication.
No, for me it was the mirror room where you get the fire medallion. I didn't know you could light the candles.
Oh.
Somehow as a kid I did not know that, and I thought you actually had to reset the game to get out of that room. Hey man, when you're a kid, you just think of like the stupidest like reasons. Like that is a thing
Took me a
you
while.
think the game designers would expect you to do.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, hitting, like, 7 walls in 13 seconds individually with a hammer. What a dumb design decision.
I mean, it took me a while to actually figure out that.
But
I
like
had
before
to
a
use
certain
the
age,
fire
you just don't question these things.
Am I missing something? Should I have been increasing speed all this time? Would it
You need
make
to be
me
doing
walk
half
just
A
slightly
presses.
faster?
You need to be walking diagonally.
The fire in freaking Clairvoya's room. Is that her name?
Yeah,
It's been
yeah,
so long.
Clairvoya.
Alright.
Candles. I just got stuck on that.
I know
for-
because like nowhere does it ever say to like do that.
Alright, rather than make
Right.
references to yet more games that aren't this one, let's call this a stream and tackle, the 7th.
Luigi's Mansion stream coming next.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it is Halloween almost.
Yeah, I'll be out of town, but I'm sure people will be enjoying that game. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I'll be streaming Monday next week, probably, because I will not be here
Monday.
on Wednesday.
Oh, interesting.
We'll see. Anyhow, this has been JDS64 and crew. I'll try to remember to actually end the stream this time.